Hey, I'm Josh Milz, and I'm snacking and yakking with Big Ben Kennedy.
That's right. Got my buddy Josh Milz, comedian in the South Carolina area and branching out to other states. Also, a brand new booker going on in this South Carolina area, which is awesome. But also, somebody I've come to love and, grow to know in this South Carolina area. And I cannot wait to do more shows with him. But today, I get to do this show with him.
Hey.
My show. I booked him for a change.
Look at that.
There you go. And we're going to snack on your favorite snack.
Yes, this is Act 2 microwavable popcorn, but that's not why it's special. It's a buttery kettle corn, which is a rare flavor to find.
I can't wait to try it for the first time. We've been eating this damn thing during the whole setup. Like I keep having to scoot it to the front of the bowl so it's visible on the wide shot because we've been tearing this up. When it came out hot,
We can easily make more.
So yeah, and you know what? I'll go ahead and give a little behind the scenes. This is not our first episode.
No,
No.
but eat all the better in my mind. Oh, so what was it? Like a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was due to be episode 3. Now he's episode 7. But we recorded a great podcast. Great. I couldn't tell you all the subjects. I don't know that we can duplicate that magic, but that's fine because we have more magic to make. But when we got done, that camera, your camera 1.
This camera.
Yes.
Looking at
was
you.
loose. The stand was loose. And we have fans on these cameras, on each of the cameras to prevent them from overheating. Because they will. And so that little fan, just that tiny fan, was causing a movement that to our naked eye don't look like shit. We can't see it moving at all. When I had his footage, Dr. Katz and Home Movies episodes looked more clear. I tried to fix it in AI, tried to use an AI enhancer. It turned that lunchbox into symbols. It turned the DeLorean behind his head into like a Honda Civic. It was just the weirdest. It didn't work. So basically, this is take 2. I said, "Hey man, would you be willing to come out and do this again?" He said, "Free snacks and great conversation." I guess.
It was the long con, actually. I came in when they didn't know Ocean's 11 style. I loosened the camera stand, all for the free snacks for round 2. This footage will never see the light of day. Actually, I've already sabotaged this recording as well.
So, and last time you chose Barks root beer.
Yes.
But this time you chose Cheerwine. Why'd you do that, Josh?
Well, so you want people to choose their favorite snack and everything, and I appreciate the format, but I want it to be something you enjoy as well. And Ben doesn't like root beer. That's crazy to me.
I wasn't like making a face like it was the worst thing I've ever had.
But you had like a few sips.
I was just powering through, and I wasn't drinking a lot of it. And I kind of mentioned at the end of the episode, hey man, I never really even liked root beer, but I actually had more of this than I thought I would. And so when he's coming back the next time, I was like, some more Act 2 and Barks. And he said, how do you feel about Cheerwine?
Get some Cheerwine in here. It's the cherry different soft drink. That was their slogan at one time.
It's really good. That is good. And I've only had it once, and it was good the last time, and it's really good this time. You have no problems. I'm not bullshitting you. But he did. He came into the studio, and he goes, so you like Cheerwine, right? Like, I've had it once. And he's like, damn it, Ben.
That's good enough. We got to get it while it's cold. As soon as it gets flat or warm, it's like medicine. But that's also, I mean, if you're into that, that's part of the appeal.
Yeah, it kind of, I'd imagine if it's flat and warm, it would be like a Luden's Wild Cherry Cough Drops.
Oh,
I bet you if it were warm and flat. Oh.
I don't know what that tastes like because I would agree.
But
It was an old school cough drop, which was really just candy. There wasn't even a menthol property to it. It was just a cherry candy. But in the thought of sucking on candy, keeps your saliva going, keeps a dry throat at bay. That was the only thing about it that made it a cough drop. Because basically, yeah, back in the day, you had a cough, suck on a peppermint piece of candy, And then we started getting into, well, why don't we clear their sinuses at the same time? And why don't we, burn their nose hairs? And But Luden's was like kids would sneak them at school and take them like, yeah, my mom said I had to have these because I have a sore throat. And they're like, okay. And they're just eating candy all day. My mom used to do that.
Don't worry, I can't relate. I'm also too young for this.
My mom used to eat them in class. To her and a kid. I don't know if she said his name.
Dude, they put some menthol on a Werther's, though. I would.
Just
I'd
eat
be
that
on that.
butterscotch?
Yeah, God, man, just opening me up. Some Werther's, like, I could sit at the slots all day.
I was about to say, then you'd have old people doing somersaults.
Right?
What was the one? It was Reason. It was like it was like chocolate. It was like a chocolate butterscotch thing, or it had like a
It was a little softer. I
caramel
think.
center or
Mhm,
something.
mhm.
Chocolate Reason.
Oh, so good.
Riesen, something like that. That was a weird experience.
Old people know what they're doing, man.
Old people made.
They don't have much time. They want their candy to last as long as possible.
Do you know they got rid of maple nut goodies?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's like
Maple nut goodies. Here,
it's almost like a cheap maple. Yeah, go ahead and look it up.
I try
It's
not to be a
almost like
phone
cheap
person, but I want to
maple
know.
fudge, but it's not. It's just kind of like a. It's like kind of like a maple fudge dot, and it has crushed up little pecans. I think is what's in it, and Brock's Brach. They made them,
Oh.
and they were amazing. They took them off the market like a few years back. But that
I
was
feel like I recognize.
that was an old people candy, and it's gone. So pretty soon we'll be saying bye to our grandparents and their favorite candies, and then life just moves on. It just goes to show you.
Together.
That's it. It goes to show you nothing lasts forever.
Mm.
All that Werther's original, when the last person who probably was alive when that candy was created dies, probably the candy will go too. Sad. Let's get it up for. I'm joking.
Let's get it up. Get it up for grandmas.
Grandpas. I think I was talking about the grandpa candy, or was it grandparent candy? Shit. But that's going to become such an inside joke. It's going to want to be on like a t-shirt or something. They're going to be like, what is this damn show about? Anyway.
Oh man, I'll watch like Old Prices, right?
I love
And it's
Price is
just
Right.
outside of Bob, it's just like all these people are dead. Like I know Bob's dead too, but I'm just like, who's still alive in this shot? Because like also it's just like you watch Price is Right from like the 70s and 80s, and you're like, man, these people are ancient, and they go up and they're like, I'm only 24, and I'm like, whoa,
Yep.
like they did not like, man, they were dressing bad, and like,
Do you ever follow the Reddit Old School Cool?
mm-mm.
Okay, so there's a subreddit called Old School Cool where people put photos of like their parents, like dressed up for prom, and they look like extras in the background of like Miami Vice. Like these people are like decked out in some wild stuff, and they all look like they're like 35.
Yeah, right.
And they're 16 years old.
Adds 20 years, man. The
I
fashion.
had my dad and mom had a photo that they took outside my grandma Kennedy's. My dad was wearing jorts, jean cutoffs, and no shirt. And he had long hair, and he had this like, handlebar mustache. I just think she said this was before you were born, which I was born when he was 22. So he would have easily had to be like 19 or 20 years old. And he looked older than I've ever remembered him looking. It was crazy.
Talking about the sun or the cameras or the jorts.
Yeah. Polaroids had one of those filters before we knew what filters were. Built in. It had an age up filter. God. I did that filter for the thing that's supposed to turn you old. And it turned my hair like white. And it's going there. Like, I mean, you bitches. Like, how'd you know?
Just highlighted it a little bit more.
Oh, it made all the same. And I was like, damn it, that is what I'm going to look like, isn't it? Yeah. But then I'm going to be a mall Santa.
But wasn't that like a Russian scam? Like all those filters?
Oh, I don't know. Was
I
it?
don't know.
Probably.
I can't see the appeal. Like I can't see the end use.
Oh, I don't do any of the. I think it was one of the filters that was on.
No, I'm talking about like I don't know what the end goal would be for potential scam. Is it like AI training? Just give them a bunch of faces?
Probably. That's one of the reasons why I don't do this show with my daughter anymore.
Mm.
She's 9, and she's really saddened by the fact. When can we tape? When can we do? Because we were having fun, and it was going to be our thing. But I just told her, I said, sweetie, AI's a little out of control right now, and if I somehow saw a video of you doing something that you weren't doing,
Oh yeah.
I mean, John Wick and Liam Neeson from Taken don't got shit on me, man. I will hunt people down. Believe it. Believe it. I'm a Kennedy. Believe it. So,
So I was trying to think of like fun stuff, like like you see her drive for the first time before she actually can drive, and you're like, damn, like take that moment away from you.
That's true, but if that were AI, if that were what AI was being used for mostly.
Oh, I know, yeah, it's evil.
Yeah, very evil. So, but off of that train, but yeah, I mean, so like some of the stuff we talked about the last time, we talked about your goals for this year. You told yourself you were going to start gigging out more. You wanted to cross state lines.
Yes.
And you have.
Yes. So
we're only in June. We're at the halfway point. You're already doing it.
I've been making some moves. So I've made it up to Charlotte at the beginning of the year, and then in March I was able to make it to Orlando. So branching out a little bit, making some connections with some folks along the way. Really fun scenes. Especially I was in Charlotte for the longer amount of time, and really cool people up there. Really enjoyed myself. Yeah, hoping to go to like Savannah, Atlanta. There's still time this year.
I was talking with Neil Chris, and he was in the Savannah scene for a time, and he knows a lot of comics down there. And I said, the way he was describing it, I said, man, I got to get down there sometime. So maybe we'll try and plan something, man. Maybe we'll crash an open mic. You know, I mean, it's not like gas is that expensive, but still, 2.5 hour drive from here.
Yeah,
it's nice if you got somebody, kind of chilling with you.
We can get something cooked up. And shout out to Comic Life. Comic Life Productions.
Very nice.
Give them a little shouts out there.
Very nice. But I mean, not to immediately kick the ball away from Comic Life. You do some booking, and you work pretty exclusively within the area. With
Oh yeah, so I'm booking now for Next Stop Comedy. So pretty much there's a couple venues in the area that have already signed up. So I'm just on the booking side of things, not like the producing side.
Gotcha.
So they set up the venues and times. They need local talent, so they reach out to me. I look for folks kind of in the area.
Very cool.
Been able to get a couple out-of-state people, but I think there's a lot of really cool talent here locally that I want to shine a light on first. But that's been going really well. That's been a few months now. Had some really good shows so far. So Next Stop Comedy. And then on the other side of that,
the name, I love the name.
Oh yeah, so I'm not booking, but I am kind of like show running and hosting for Giggle Biscuit Productions.
Yes.
So a good friend of ours, Aaron Locke,
yep.
She has her own company now, Giggle Biscuit Productions.
Love that.
She's got a few venues set up now. So I'll run out there. I set up the equipment. I host the show, but she's still on the booking and producing side of that, and she's been knocking it out of the park too. Had some really good headliners come through, and it's nice because you kind of get like that overlap where maybe someone they come from out of town and it wouldn't necessarily be worth it to do one show, but maybe while they're in town we can get them on a Next Stop show, or we can get them on something else locally, a Comic Life, or even a Don't Tell, because we know the producer here, Liv. We know her. We can get some folks on
Liv,
shows. But yeah, no, it's been a whole lot of fun.
Is it Liv Smith?
Liv Smith is our Don't Tell. So a lot of good opportunities here in the area for booking, producing, getting shows to happen. It's been crazy just this past year.
So comic friends of mine from back in the Baltimore, D.C., Virginia area. If you come down here, I might be able to hook you up with a run, get you in this chair here to do the show, and show you around town. Get you something from a restaurant here that's not going to exist in 3 months.
Yeah.
Because something else will be in its place. But it's amazing food nonetheless. We don't have like a classic place anymore. There was Hominy Grill. Maybe Justine's Kitchen still exists, right?
Sure.
I don't know. It seems like everything that this place was, oh man, you have to try, they're gone.
Yeah,
Everything
like in terms of like
so quick.
In terms of like actual like restaurants, like there's still like bars and dives, like Moe's Crosstown. Love going to Moe's. I don't know if they're ever going to go anywhere. I feel like that's just like too much of a staple. But yeah, like restaurant wise, yeah. I feel like
Hyman's Seafood and
Hyman's kind of touristy.
That's what a lot of people say. And then Hall's Chop House, which if I'm not mistaken, Hyman's Seafood, Dusty Slay worked there with a buddy of mine named Guy. And Guy was like, I remember outside having a smoke break with him, and he's like, man, I'm going to do comedy. I really want to do comedy. I really want to make a serious go at it. Serious go, dude. Dude
Yeah.
has Netflix specials now
Oh
and shit.
my goodness.
Boy,
yeah.
did he ever make a serious
Yeah,
go.
watching his rise was pretty crazy, and it's one of those things where a lot of the folks in Charleston, that's one of the people that I guess like we kind of look up to. You realize like
aspire to be.
it's possible to break through. It's possible to get there, and just watching his success has been really cool.
Yeah, you just have to move to Nashville.
Yeah.
As soon as he moved out of Charleston, his career went up.
I know,
up,
right?
Up.
Jesus, like get out. You're right while you're here, and then get out as fast
Right,
as you
Derek
can.
Humphrey's doing pretty good, but he went up to New York. You know, it's
I know,
like
right?
you're not gonna make it necessarily out of Charleston, but
I know. Yeah, he left. Now he's doing commercials and everything.
yeah, I did see him as Bigfoot or
yeah,
something. Man,
yeah,
that was pretty
fun.
funny.
Yeah.
But this popcorn tastes so much better
so
than the
good.
last time we did this.
It was
I'm
a
not
little,
even lying.
little burnt last time.
The last time it got a little burnt.
Nothing wrong with that. That's what you're into.
And it also traveled from my house to the studio.
Mm.
And so it had gotten burnt, then it took a drive. Well, right before I was going to have him pop it at the house and bring it to us, right before that, the power went out at our house from this thunderstorm that
Mhm.
we can hear. The mics probably aren't picking it up. But I said, well, bring the microwave here. And so the microwave is right over there. And these were fresher, popped in. Oh,
Incredible service.
they're just amazing. My
I'm gonna-
producer, give it up for Ben. And I said give, because that would have been really creepy.
Get
and
it up.
gross.
Get it up for Ben.
Yeah,
Incredible
man.
service. I'm gonna sabotage recordings more often because if this one doesn't go well, who knows what I can get for me the next time. Get a whole stove
I'm
in here.
so sorry, man. What would you like? And he's like, how do you feel about taquitos fresh from the oven? I'm like,
Fresh
damn
from
it,
the
I'm
oven.
dragging my range down the hallway.
A Jiffy Pop.
How about Jiffy Pop this time? Fine.
Make it real good.
I got one of those camping one burners with cooktops like in a college dorm, and I'm just like, any minute now.
Oh man, I did have like a hot plate, like Jiffy Pop. God, it was such a go-to move. Like a college dorm.
See, I never went to college, that's why I didn't know it was called a hot plate.
So good.
That's right, he can't have those in his college. He has
Yeah, no, well, we couldn't either. It was one that you just
he had the
keep it squirreled
he
away.
has the refrigerator microwave combo.
Mhm.
Did Liam set on fire?
Nice.
What?
Yeah, that was fun. He got one of those noodle cups,
Mm-hmm.
and on the thing, giant red label: "Do not microwave with lid on."
Oh.
He was like, "I did it at home and it was fine," and I go, "Right, but on the package it says do not do this." So he puts it in there, and I hear zzz, 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 zzz. I turn around and I look at the microwave, and I'm seeing sparks fly in there.
Nice.
It's creating light that I didn't know that microwave.
He's got a disco microwave.
And I go, "Liam, turn the microwave off." And he goes, "Okay." He turns it off. It's still producing light, not from the volts, but because the roof of the microwave was on fire.
Nice.
So I spent an entire day cleaning it out, resetting it back to zero.
Is the fridge still good?
Oh, everything was fine.
Hey, there we go.
But he's not lying when he says, Liam, turn the microwave off. That's about his panic voice. I don't. The only time I've heard him panic was he was in a swimming pool and he was swimming and his sister grabbed him around the neck and went to go pull him under, and he didn't have anything to stop himself.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, Bridget! Like he started panicking and she like drags him underwater. And I was so tickled because the first time I ever heard him do anything other than like, the kitchen's on fire. I'm like, great. The sense of urgency in your voice totally has me convinced.
You gotta be
the
calm
shit
about it.
flew away in one of the hurricanes, and I go, "Oh,
Yes!
it's on."
Our shed, the whole walls and roof, it was left with just the bottom and all of our stuff sitting in it. Got thrown over the backyard fence. I said, hey, man, how bad is it still raining? And he goes, shed's gone. And I said, what are you talking about? And he goes, it's gone. And I go, gone where? And he goes, I think I got flipped over the fence. I'm like, are you dead serious? And he's like, yeah. I mean, with that sense of urgency, yeah. So now I'm running out there because we have the lawnmowers getting soaked. We have, all this stuff out there, and we're just yanking the stuff inside the house. And
things of gasoline out where there's lightning strikes.
right. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
finally, we get it all cleared out. We get it inside the house. And then I'm like, well, in the morning or when this storm stops, we'll get the thing. It was halfway in the pond behind our house. There's still a piece that's in the pond. Well, we can't get to.
They turned it into their habitat already. There's a bunch of turtles that's living in there
Oh,
now.
nice. Well, it all
Yeah.
works out.
They hide from the alligator snapping turtle in there. Well, you
Yeah.
hide under it.
Yep.
He's stupid, so he doesn't know they're in there.
But that's a good trait to have because you have people that win the lottery and they immediately have heart attacks. Like they just don't know how to process their emotion. So like, yeah, if anything, good or bad, I feel like very level-headed.
Yeah, Boog just goes, "Hey, Dad, I won the Mega Millions."
Won the Mega Millions.
He's like, "I don't know what to do because it's like $400 million. Should I find like a lawyer or something? Should I get like a?"
Very casual.
I'm like, "Yeah, like, do you understand? Like, I'm currently wetting my pants, but you're not. Like, and I don't even know if you're going to give me any of this money, and I'm currently wetting my pants. You better give me money. You win the Mega Millions. I'll disown the shit out of you."
I'll own myself at that point.
You can give me some.
No,
Give
you
me
will
some.
get in the hole. In the hole.
Get me some. It'll be all right.
Yeah, no, if I wanted it, I'd donate a decent chunk of it to Winthrow so they can fix whatever problems they got going on. It's a good school, but it's falling apart.
It is an older school.
Mm.
I mean,
I went to the Citadel, so I know. It's just, the buildings.
How was
Yeah.
that?
It was that. It was as advertised. That first year is definitely interesting. The 3 years after, it was more so I was like, let's just finish out my degree. I didn't want to go through the process of like, changing, doing all the paperwork and finding out what credits would actually roll over and all that.
Right.
So yeah, powered through the first year. The other 3 years was just kind of like getting through, not like awful.
Yeah.
But it was okay, I feel. Like I don't want to knock it too much. I know there's people that like, people really like it. People really learn a lot. I feel like I learned a lot. Just in terms of just like mellowing me out a little bit. I feel like in
Gotcha.
high school I was a little too much of a jerk, I feel. Just
Oh, wow.
yeah, to be frank, I feel like I was a little too much of a jerk, a little egotistical. So
I don't know. I mean, I find you to be a bit sarcastic, but you're one of the sweetest people I've met in this scene.
I
So
mellowed out.
I guess it did mellow you out
Mellowed
because
me
I
out a
would
little bit.
never have guessed that. I would have never guessed that you were you were like that at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty neat. Well, my nephew went there, and this will crack you up. My nephew by marriage, who is 2 months older than me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So my wife, my wife had older parents, and she is a child from each of their respective second marriages. And so they already had kids. Like they were older. Dad died at 80 back in 2017. And so she has a sister who's like the same age as my mom. So I have sister-in-laws who are the same age as my mom. And it's like, well, that's funny. But Jimmy, who went to the Citadel, he was born in March and I was born in April of the same year, the end of April. So he's like about almost 2 straight months older than me. And we laugh about that. Now he is a very religious person.
Mm.
He will be the first to say, well, technically my due date was May and I was born premature. So technically I'm like, nope, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. I'm not going to get into that argument. I'm not going to be drunk down that rabbit hole. You showed up before I did. You are older than me. And he's like, oh, good. But as an organism, I'm like, I understand.
The semantics.
Yeah, as a life form, I get it. But no, if we count it as data conception, that changes everything.
Mm.
Yeah, I should take a life insurance policy out on my damn fetus, not mine, but my wife should. That will be edited out.
No, keep it all.
Yeah, man. So that did mellow you out. That's pretty neat. Where'd you grow up and go to school? Here?
Yeah. So
I thought maybe like you found the Citadel over here and then stayed.
No. So military family. My dad was a Marine, or is a Marine.
Once, always. Right?
Once, always. That's their whole thing. So he met my mom while he was in Hawaii. So I was born in Hawaii, but he grew up in Goose Creek. So we moved back here when I was like 5 years old. I know.
What a culture shock.
I know. What a wild change. It's
wow.
Yeah, I know.
Have you ever seen a Hawaii tag here? And you're like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, and also it's just
you put that car on a boat?
That's the big thing.
And you brought it. Like you see one of those far out tags like Hawaii or like, even like Alaska. It's like maybe Alaska was a bit more doable, but Hawaii, it's like, how? Why?
And also, it's not even like a good car. It's just
No,
like,
they're
it's like
always
you brought an Accord on a boat, like here and back. Like,
Yeah, I've never seen a Hawaii tag here and going, that's bizarre, man. That's pretty cool. So you lived in Hawaii, Goose
yeah,
Creek, culture shock there.
yeah, I know. I moved here when I was 5. We moved to Somerville. So I grew up in Somerville, went to Somerville High School,
Nice.
did that whole thing, went to the Citadel, then moved to Alabama for a little bit, for about like 5 or 6 years, worked at Space Camp for a little while.
Nice.
Did a couple more little
Ooh, I
like
caught
odd
it.
jobs here and there, but then eventually made my way back here. And then after I came back here is when I started getting into comedy and doing all that.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
I mean, you're like I said, you're truly one of my favorite people in the scene. So, I mean, it was natural that you'd be one of my first guests, one of my early guests. You would have been in the first 3 if that episode would have worked out. But
It's all good.
one of my first guests here, definitely.
This won't even be number 7. We keep saying that, but it's not going to happen. This is all just for us at this point.
I got to remember, I have all the video files from that, and I just changed the name of the folder in my computer to episode 7, but it has all of episodes 3 footage. And then I'm going to wind up downloading these cards into it. I'm going to have to sort out from your outfit and all that, like which one is which. I'm about to triple my workload, so I have to remember to delete those or put them in another place.
Make a
The episode that was or that could have been folder, and then
let's have a Josh Milz compilation episode, the highlight reel for the episodes you never saw.
right, because you were saying like you should just splice it with the old footage,
Yeah,
so it's
just-
like none of this makes sense.
But I'm
And I-
still here. Like I'm in the chair, different outfit,
outfit.
different hair, different facial hair. Everything's different.
That's so funny. You're just talking, and then I'm like sitting here like, yeah, man, but that's what, and you're like, but that's teenagers, and that's just puberty for you, and I'm just like, it's so great. Like we just keep, and then we kick back to everything I said on the episode, and nothing matches.
We talked about Kanye before. We're just
We
hopping
did.
between
we
that.
did talk about Kanye. I think I said all I needed to say about Kanye when I told you that guy tweets and puts out things on social media like he's being blackmailed. Like if you don't give me $1 million, I'm going to say this. And he's like, not if I say it first, because I don't understand why in the hell he would post the greater 90% of things that he does.
clout.
Clout?
Clout.
No. How's that clout? Yeah, it keeps you in the public. Actually, public consciousness is terrible because you don't want that in your consciousness,
Right.
but it keeps you in the public eye, sure. But at what cost?
Mm.
I mean, his reputation,
Oh no, he's totally tanked. Like,
that's what I mean.
yeah, his legacy is like ruined more or less.
Because if he was being blackmailed, it would have been better for them to say it so he could deny it. But instead, coming straight from the horse's mouth, as it were, which I don't know if he has any stories about a horse's mouth, probably.
I wonder if
That's coming.
Wonder if he knows anything about like the Diddy stuff. He was involved. With that.
He was just at the trial.
Oh, he was there.
He's been defending Diddy, saying that he shouldn't be
Nice,
prostituted for any of this.
nice man.
Yeah, to make it even worse, he even has shirts that say "Free Pop" all that stuff.
Nice, dude.
He had been
Nice,
puffed.
man. He's got to talk to Kim, man. Isn't she trying to be a lawyer?
He hadn't been puffed
Kim.
since the 90s, you know?
Well, yeah, he's trying to talk with Kim, but Kim is not happy with him after what he did. He's supposedly tried to get a video going on between Diddy and his kids involved in it too.
Nice.
And
Oh,
Kim
wait, it
was
was
like, absolutely not.
It was the music video. Yeah.
So like, Kim shot it down and like took the kids away from him for a bit,
Ugh.
and it made everything worse. But apparently recently he got to see them again. So
Nice.
So that video where he's kicking the shit out of that poor woman in the hallway, Kanye just kind of pops up out of the trash can and goes, back in, like, man, like I said, I don't understand why, because I did like his music. I really did. I played Boog. I played my son. His early stuff, I said he was amazing. And he was just like, yeah.
I still listen to it or not.
Yeah, the music's music. Sometimes it's hard to separate it, though. Like, I do like an R. Kelly song, but only like...
Only in the bathroom.
I only like an R. Kelly song when it finds me. Like, if it's
Like how you
playing...
found those girls. Making this too easy, Ben.
No, I'm saying if I'm clicking through YouTube and it comes on, or I leave a playlist on and it somehow shows up, I may not necessarily run to turn the song off. But I don't have an R. Kelly song in my phone. I don't have it. I'm not going to download it. I don't care for it. But I can't deny that the music was pretty good, and it did get me laid a couple of times when I put it on the Getting in the Mood mix. I used to be the king of the mixtape. And she knows what I'm talking about. If she watches this, she'll be like, stupid tapes. And it ain't your mom. So, yeah.
Ayo.
She totally, I mean, I even made custom covers.
That was back in the day, man. That was back in the day. Yeah. I remember burning CDs, but like, yeah, never doing tapes.
Yeah. In the Mood. That's what I called them. It had like 2 silhouettes and a heart in the background. Dude, if that wound up in a landfill and somebody found it, they'd be like, I sure hope this guy got something for this effort.
Start playing it, man. That's a rare find.
My mom's telling me no. Yeah, man. I did. I was a king of the mixtape, man. I made a lot of mixtapes for girls. That's what's funny is when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, I was just like, yep, that would be me, Star-Lord. I totally. Sassy, keeps getting wrecked in the nuts by a girl he likes and has mixtapes. I mean, Star-Lord is me all day. Thinks he's something like, I'm Big Ben. And he goes, who? I'm like, come on, man, I'm Big Ben. Like, I would totally be Star-Lord. Totally would be. Nobody taking me seriously, but I'm the son of a fucking planet. Ego, the living planet.
Ego.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second one.
That's right.
I watched them.
That's right.
I watched them up until Endgame.
I'm strong enough to hold an Infinity Stone. Nobody would believe me. Like, Big Ben can't do all that because I'm Star-Lord.
I'm going to stop watching cold ones. When you said it's strong enough to hold an Infinity Stone, I was going to say, yeah, it's strong enough to eat one because they do fat jokes to chat all the time.
It's taking over my humor too much.
Yeah, watch for the fat jokes, man.
Well, I mean, I think you can take a few more after you woke up this morning 5 pounds lighter.
Dude,
I'm take a big
400.6 this morning.
400.6? You're 400?
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
I was 440.
Last night?
Beginning of this year. Last night.
Jesus Christ. It's like the opposite of the Santa Claus. Like, you just keep getting thinner. You're like, what is happening?
Yeah. I mean, today I ate some eggs for breakfast, and then this is my lunch.
Oh, nice.
And then at dinner time, I'll have a nice, sensible dinner. Like last night, I had brown rice and low sodium cream of chicken soup with some chicken in it, you know. And I mean, I just have been just eating less and making better choices. And I go to the gym in the mornings. Just comes off.
Heck yeah.
Well, you know, it's time to grow up. I've been taking huge sums out of the ATM. I gotta start paying it back.
Yeah, no, that's
you live like you're invincible, and then you get a message that you're not, and then oh well.
I've been lucky enough to, I guess my metabolism's at a point where like I'm lucky enough to get by, but over like the past few years, like I've noticed that like it's accumulating more, you know, like it's like the fat's building up. You realize, oh man, then like your certain like favorite snacks, you wake up in the middle of the night, just awful heartburn, or you just feel like shit the next day. Like, it's crazy, man. Those little changes sneak up on you.
What I can't take is the random pains for no reason. And when you get into your 40s, you'll just wake up and you're like, okay, so I guess I broke my hip somehow in my sleep, because you're like, my hip hurts so dang bad right now. And then you go downstairs and you make some breakfast, and then you're walking out the door to go to the car, and you're like, oh, never mind. It's like, well, what the shit was all that about? Like, why did I have to limp around my house and contemplate my day? It's just these random things happen to you. I remember I fell asleep at a KOA, and I woke up to go to the toilet trailer, and you would have thought I had a stroke. I'm like practically dragging my leg along. It was like a sleep or something. I don't know what was going on, but I'm like, what? This stuff never happened to me when I was younger. Like, why is this happening to me? And then, you know, it fixes itself, but it's just like, and you ever watch The Amazing World of Gumball? When the family was like, you know, you should try being in my shoes. You should try being in my life. And they all switched. And the kid was like, oh, and the dad goes, welcome to being 40. Sometimes your body just hurts at random for no reason.
Yep.
You know?
It doesn't keep up. Like, it's like like you say, like you wake up and it's just like something will hurt or something just like out of place until like 10, 15 minutes later. And it's like, it just needs time to catch up.
But it's not what you think it'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're like, man, it's like my arm's a little sore. It's like, I bet you this is going to give me problems tomorrow. And for some reason now your left foot hurts. And you're just like, well, my arm feels fine, but what the shit is that about?
Right.
Like, it's just so annoying.
It's always something.
Always something. But 40 pounds down. Yeah. I was, according to my Lose It app, I have lost a truck tire.
Nice.
Like a tractor trailer tire.
Yeah.
It weighs roughly 40 pounds or something they said. And that's what I've lost.
What's the goal? Are you trying to be like, well, what's ideal?
My thinnest as an adult was 250 something. I'd like to be back there again. I looked very good at 250. It was actually when I first moved to Charleston. When Apples met me, I was considerably thinner.
You should go for like 115, 125.
115.
Yeah, go for like 115. Just,
My skeleton probably weighs 130.
just gaunt. Like I'll just be making good choices. Getting picked up by the breeze.
It's like, for some reason, that spot right there hurts, and you can actually physically see it like throbbing, and it's like
you can see through like the both arm bones. You're like, oh my god, like,
oh my god, Ben. And the sun shines, and it's like you just see a shadow of a skeleton on the wall. You're like, what's going on? And I'm like,
see all your veins. Like, you're like, Jesus Christ, man! Like, it's
yeah,
eerie.
no, let me see. That's the thing. I'll spend all this time denying myself all the food I love and all the joy that comes with all the food I love, just to only be like hit by a bus in like 2.5 years. We're never seeing my goal weight. Oh, but don't you want to be around for your kids? Don't you want to see your daughter walk down the aisle? And it's like, I'm going to die in some goddamn misadventure or some fucking horse shit. And I didn't even get a chance to eat all the pizza that I wanted before I fucking did it.
But isn't that heaven? Just unlimited pizza. Won't it all be worth it?
That's what you offer me. I have this moment where I'm just like, let me take a sip before I just start getting upset. And you're like, but isn't that heaven?
Is that heaven?
You're like
what?
You're
There's
really
cheese
upset
bread?
you're going to get all the pizza you want, Ben.
All of it. Everything
All
you
of it.
want.
You know, and you're not going to be there when they're cleaning 400 pounds of debris off of the street.
Yeah, like, I feel like they gave you the option. Like, it's just like, oh, I feel like he's looking down on us. And it's like, if I was in heaven, I would not care about earth anymore. I'd be too busy living it up in heaven. I wouldn't be checking in on y'all. I'm sorry. Like, it's like they got pizza up here. Like, I don't get fat. It's a good time. Like,
Man. I did find out in giving it all up, or giving it up pretty hardcore, pizza and French fries are my number one favorite things. That's the things that I miss.
Oh yeah.
Like when I smell French fries, it causes like a reaction to me. Like I'm like, you know,
is it the oil?
Probably.
Yeah.
But I don't like fried chicken. I don't like, so it can be even like oven fries. I mean, I'm Irish, so I love potatoes.
Yeah. Okay.
But the French fried potato, God damn.
Because I know, like, with pizza, it's gradually gotten to a point where it's just like, I used to get like all sorts of toppings and all this, that, and the other. And it's just like, it would fuck me up. And then now it's to the point where it's like pepperoni's a gamble, you know? So it's like, I'll get like a cheese pizza, but it's got to be like early enough in the day. Like I can't, you know, you can't have it for dinner, you know? But, yeah, man, it sucks.
Yeah. I miss it. I did do a lean cuisine pizza, but shit,
No,
I should have just thrown some cheese on the cardboard it came in.
No, yeah,
It's not,
that's
not exactly pizza. And they've gotten smaller. I don't even understand how something that was the same amount of calories and was physically larger 7 years ago, 10 years ago, is now somehow like 2/3 the size and the same amount of calories.
They took out the cardboard.
They took out the paraffin wax.
Yeah, all the carcinogens are like, man, we got to take all this. That's like a third of the weight.
I mean, that's like the quarter pounder from McDonald's. How did it get smaller?
Oh, yeah.
If it's a quarter pounder, shouldn't it have at least stayed the same size?
Well, now it's
weighed.
They say a quarter pound before cooking. So now I feel like they're just going to be like add a bunch of fat or water before cooking, you know.
That cooks away during the cooking
process. That cooks away during the cooking process.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, oh, okay.
That's
well,
a Citadel education right there.
Yeah. Smart guy here.
Yeah.
While I hid in my room and just tried to take naps.
I mean, to be fair though, no one goes to McDonald's with the intention of getting their money's worth. It's cheap fast food for a reason. Like
That is true.
That sustained me.
Right. I pull up in the drive-thru and I'm like, well, Bridget wants something, so I get something for her and I get something for me, and it's like it gets her happy. I eat some junk food. I feel good for a bit. It's like that's my money's worth there. I'm not gonna be sitting there measuring the water content of my burger.
Oh man, now
to find out if I'm getting scammed or.
with the apps though, man, God, I spend even more money because like you get more, you get more value on the apps.
What is your go-to McDonald's meal?
Oh man, because the quarter pounders are good now since they switched over to the fresh beef. Like what was it, like a few years back, 4 or 5 years ago. So God, I do enjoy a quarter pounder, but I've always loved just some basic McNuggets, sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah.
So good. It's like that's a rare treat. But I do like I said, the quarter pounders they've come up quick. Those are really good now. It was nice when they had the Grand Mac. It was a Big Mac made with the quarter pounder patties. That was good stuff.
My go-to, it's very weird because it's probably the worst scenario you could do. Maybe. I like a McChicken, I like a McDouble, and a small fry.
Oh yeah.
I'm a variety kind of guy. Like when I go to CC's, I get like one of every like different one. I'm such a variety person. If we go to Golden Corral, I go up there and then I might come back with like some chicken. And the next time I go back there, I come back with some fish. And the next time I go back there, I come back with a piece of steak. Like I'm the different. I don't know why.
No,
I just like something different every time.
Get your money's worth. Now with the McChicken and the McDouble, do you ever put them together?
I did not. I know they were doing that, the land, the sea, the air, and they had all these hacks you could do. I've never put them together.
Oh, okay.
Though.
So that was McDonald's trying to, I guess, make it their own. But I don't know if you know, but the youth, when I was growing up, you take a McChicken and a McDouble and you put them together, it's called a McGangbang. That was like the whole appeal. I'm surprised y'all don't know. This is good stuff. Yeah, you get McChicken and McDouble together, it's a McGangbang. And then McDonald's, obviously, like a few years ago, they were like, they tried the whole land, sea, and air and like their own little fun.
But that's supposed to be like Home on the Range or something. No. What were they calling it? By land and by air.
It was land, sea, and air because they wanted you to put like 3 sandwiches.
They were trying to get ahead of you guys.
It was chicken. It was chicken, burger, and fish. And they're like, they just added one more on there to try and make it fun. But it's like, nah, bro. Like it's a McGangbang with fish, a fishy McGangbang. We all know what it is.
But that's just. I mean, you're 20 something, right?
No, I'm 32.
32.
I'm ancient, withering away in real time.
No.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that's the difference. Is like I'm 15 years older than you, and like maybe internet pornography just wasn't as pervasive into the culture because we didn't have OnlyFans. We didn't have that kind of stuff. So like we have Motorola Razors. Like you ain't watching that. That looks like the person who's sending you that video is in witness protection or something, or it looks like old Japanese.
It's like just buffering like line by line.
Right. So it wasn't in our culture. Like we didn't really have it like that. So to call it that probably wouldn't have entered our lexicon. It wouldn't have entered, what we would say.
People have been gangbanging for centuries.
But not as...
Look in a book. They're horning it.
But we don't... Yeah, I think it's funny that like, because they're playing games where like they start names and people, they're like, when I say a name, you say a last name, and they're like tricking their boyfriends into naming porn stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's fun.
That's crazy. Because I grew up where we only knew like 2 names. It was like Ron Jeremy or Jenna Jameson or something. Like
Like
there was
Pam
only like
Anderson.
2 names. I don't think we knew,
Pam Anderson.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't like she was a star. Like that was the first like celebrity tape.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
but like we didn't know stars. Like we didn't follow. I want to say Tracy Lords, maybe. Is that she was an old school one? But I'm saying is just everybody knew Ron Jeremy. Everybody knew Ron Jeremy.
Pull up some porn.
No.
Pull up some porn. Put that up on the screen.
I will not condone that. Not the 2 of us. No. In the same room, absolutely not. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying is it's very casual. It's very just matter of fact with the following generations after ours, I think. Yeah, man, that's funny.
Big gangbang. Good stuff. I
That's
get one after this.
crazy.
This is just to feel alive again.
just to remember. Huh?
So if they have power,
That's true.
Oh man, no, it's McDonald's. Oh man, I was thinking about this the other day. I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out the right way to say it, but it's like in the McDonald's lore. In the McDonald's lore, there's only 2 humans in the McDonald's lore, and
Mhm.
one of them loves hamburgers and wants to share those hamburgers with everyone. That's Ronald McDonald,
Correct.
right? And the other one loves hamburgers, but wants all the hamburgers for himself.
Yeah.
That's the Hamburglar. And I don't know if there's a greater message there. I've been trying to It's the only 2 humans. If you think about it, it's the only 2 humans, and they're 2 sides of a coin.
And they're at odds with each other.
Yeah. What happened?
Do you ever remember the old Hamburglar? Seems before your time. So you got this cute, like, ginger with little freckles.
Yeah.
The Hamburglar, when I was a kid, looked almost more like the penguin from Burton's Batman.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't that ugly, but he was dark hair, little long hair, and it was not this cute Hamburglar. He was like almost nightmare inducing.
No,
You'll have
you
to look
want-
that up.
You need a cute Hamburglar.
That's what I'm saying. Rubble.
Grimace is already terrifying, and they tried to make him cute, and it was just like not working. It's like he's not.
Grimace.
Grimace.
My grandmother and other people used to like those gumdrops, those sugar coated.
Mm.
And so you got like one of the purple ones, and it used to be like, oh, it's a little Grimace.
Oh man. Yeah, I haven't seen those in ages.
That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
Now, we had a play place at the McDonald's near my house when I lived in Baltimore. And it had a giant Grimace. It was like a cage on springs. You weren't locked in. But it was like Grimace's head, and then it came down to the body, and the body was these bars. And you could get in there and shake that thing.
Oh, fucking
So
love
you
it.
would be driving up, I think it was Hammond's Ferry. Might have been Hammond's Ferry or Nursery Road. And you would drive up, or you'd even look down from 695. And you just see Grimace like, in that place. The kids are just shaking the crap out of it. And other kids are trying to get out there. No.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
It's a different time, man. These kids just hopped up on their McGangbangs. Just rocking Grimace's world. It's not.
I can't get with it. I don't endorse this at all.
You haven't seen this since
Look,
COVID.
you've
They took it away from us.
You've said it enough that I think I have to add this as a freaking hashtag in the descriptions. I have to tag it as such so that people can find it because you want it far reaching, and I don't know what the heck the audience all want.
This is simple education. It's not a millennial thing. You've never heard of a McGangbang? This is wild to me. How do I feel young and old at the same time?
You're not millennial though.
Yeah, I am.
Gen Z.
Yeah, he's Z. I'm millennial. Yeah. I didn't think we were that far separated, man. I know Skibbity. I know Skibbity. You don't know McGangbang? God.
Now, what's funny is my daughter will find things online that are like Gen Z things, and they've well worn past their welcome, and they're gone, and she'll bring them up, and he'll go, "Don't do that." And she loves to do it. She'll unearth all these old ass things. What was she saying to you?
well, okay, for the longest time she was dabbing.
Classic.
It was like that. That was a thing when I was young, and I think it was one guy, Cam Newton, was
He doesn't even play anymore.
Right.
Cam doesn't even play anymore. Yeah.
game or something, and everyone ran with it.
Super Cam, man. That was like the 2015 season. What a time.
I mean, you know it's aged when you get to this one area in GTA 5, and that's like 90% of the theme in this building is some guy dabbing, and it's like hustle in the background. It's like, okay, well, if it's in a 2013 video game,
Oh, yeah.
we can move on.
That was on the Xbox 360.
Right,
Like, that was
nice. And then Bridget's like doing it as she walks into the kitchen.
Yeah, she walks in and she looks
Classic,
right at
man.
him, and he goes, "Don't do that." And she's like, "Why?" And he's like, "Seriously, don't." And
That's so
now
funny.
she's going to. She's
Yeah,
going to do it
man,
a lot more.
That, and she's picked up flossing.
Oh, yeah. That's even.
She got in trouble for doing that during Taekwondo.
It's like season 1 of Fortnite. That's lit.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, my teacher said that I have to learn how to stop doing it because it's distracting and that it can distract me from doing my best in Taekwondo.
Uh-huh.
I think it's throwing her opponents off. I think, man, this,
Well, I mean, she's not doing it during sparring.
like, this broad's flossing like crazy.
But like while they're demonstrating something, she can't stand still without doing a stupid dance. I can't do it at all. That's why I just did this. Looks like I'm towel drying my balls or something.
She's got some kind of hyperactivity stuff going on.
Gee, I wonder where she got that from. Me. Yeah, me. He is like my wife, and Bridget, sadly, is me.
I have my issues with anxiety and attention on things, but
And that's his mom.
he's hyperactive in the sense that like he'll be working on his phone or working on his laptop, and he'll be like bouncing his foot off the ground, and I can feel it on the floor upstairs in the house. And it's like, I guess he's working on something.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's how I can do it.
that's so funny though. Saying things that are just past being cool, like that's.
Well,
Because
you
if I
guys
say
cycle through things so
that's
fast.
yeah,
though.
because if you want to say like old stuff like tubular or gnarly, like it's a very conscious decision. You know that you're saying that stuff and it's very dated. But yeah, to like do like the flossing and the dabbing, that's just old enough now to be like too old. Where like now it's cringe now. You're like, no, that's cringe, but it still feels so recent. It was like 10 years ago.
To me,
I vividly remember she was in her car seat. This was when we had the car seat that would detach from the base and you could bring it in.
Mhm.
And I was at my Cub Scout meeting, and me and this other kid who was there early were like showing her how to dab, and we were moving her little arms to do it for her. Right. And my mom was like, don't do that. And now I'm watching her like fully do this on her own.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird. It's
what
not
she
bad. I mean, like, I'd rather have her do stuff like that than, I don't know, swear all the time. But like,
No, that sounds cooler. Make her swear, dude. Be like, dude, dabbing is so lame. You should be saying fuck.
I should introduce you to the word fuck.
Fuck, dude, shit.
yeah, she does already. I mean, we had a bad storm that came through, and when it storms in our area, I don't know if it's common for the South. It probably is, but our house gets infested with cockroaches.
Oh,
The palmetto, the big ones.
Yeah.
They come in.
Oh, yeah.
When it gets flooded, they come in, and then when it gets drought and they're looking for water, they come in.
Mm-hmm.
But when everything's fine,
Yeah.
we don't really see them at all.
Yeah, no, that's how it is, yeah.
And she tossed a pillow to me, and there was one on it. Almost missed. I was holding the pillow in my arms like this, and it was like right here. And we both missed it completely. And she goes to jump on me, and it crawls over, and I see it, like, looking at it. So I'm not, like, deathly afraid of them, but when they catch me by surprise, I do jump. So I jumped, and I was like, oh, and Bridget instinctively jumps because she trusts that something happened, that she either heard me or there's something that's going on. And then I take the pillow, and I fling the cockroach. And she swore under her breath. She thought she was slick about it, but she was also the loudest thing in the house at the moment. So everyone caught her. She was like, I'm sorry, it scared me.
That's so good, though.
Yep. I hope to God I can bring the audio up enough for that, because you've been talking so much during this episode, and I don't want to lose you.
Well, that's why I'm talking loud.
Yeah, true. And it's because he's like so comfortable with you, because we hung out for a while after the last episode
Right.
taping, and you guys were talking about video games and all this shit. And so he was just like, yeah, man, Josh is really cool. So
I am
then
really
he's
cool.
chiming in all over the place on this episode. This
Hell
is where we
yeah.
should have gotten you your own mic.
I know you have one in your house.
I have one in that bag, but I don't have I don't have a cable for it, and I don't have a stand to put it on.
Just yell. Just
No, he's talking loud enough.
just
I might be able
yell,
to catch
dude.
him.
Make it like really loud.
Well, I mean, like, this is my typical talking voice, but I've been projecting it.
Like you're a limousine driver and you're like trying to talk to us from there. You're like, ah! It's like,
So yeah, man. God, we do that though. That's how we got all the subjects. It's just elementary school, high school, middle school. That was funny. You cracked me up, man. I mean, you did the last time, you did this time. This McDonald shit. I'm not gonna be able to get over it.
oh, so good. I'm trying to think of other fun stuff. Get a McGang.
Don't say that. I don't want to hear you ever say
Get
that.
a McGang bang.
I
bro.
get you're an adult, but no, I don't want to hear you say that anymore.
Just slamming it all together.
No, no.
One bun, all that meat. You know what I'm saying? That's where they get the name from. Ronald, if you're listening.
I don't know if it's the house speaker now. I think it might be the same guy. but there was a guy in Congress who was like, yeah, I have a deal with my son that we check.
Oh, that's what's his ass? That's the speaker.
Yeah. I thought that's who it was. I just did.
What's his name?
Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson.
Oh man.
The guy who wears his glasses like
I mean, they are like on his face. Like he
That's
looks
so
like
funny.
goggles. He's wearing them so high.
But he was like, yeah, we have a thing where we check each other's phones to make sure that we're not watching porn.
That's so funny to
He
me.
checks the history. Now, this is the same man who very excitedly defended Matt Gaetz, saying, and as you know, we sat next to each other when we were in such and such together, and I find him to be and he was smiling. And what was Matt Gaetz accused of?
Was that
Showing videos
Yeah.
of his exploits on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike's son would not have been able to check that. So Mike was really happy to see Matt Gaetz every time Congress was in session.
But
Wouldn't you
also,
agree?
it's just like we give you like the check. What? Like, just open an incognito window, use a VPN, clear your history. Like, there's so much like what people just don't understand
Write it down.
technology.
Write
like,
it down. No, I'm just joking.
But like, imagine, I come back into town from college and I go, all right, Dad, let me see your phone.
let me sure what you've been looking
Yeah,
up.
right.
Like, what even?
I wanna. Yeah, I don't wanna know what you've been looking up. Like, I don't know what type of.
I would just take pictures of your mom's butt every time she walked through the room. Just like bam, bam, bam.
Bam,
So
bam.
it would have clothes on, but I would just like bam, bam, bam. So then you go to open up, you're like, oh, come on. Oh, you would only do it once. You would only look through my phone one time, and then you'd be like, I'm never doing that again.
I only take pictures of my cat, so I mean, he's my.
Ooh, got a phone full of pussy.
Just one way to put it.
That's the only way he's gonna put it. You know what? I don't even know where to go, man. We're coming down to the end of the episode. I just think we need to make sure. I need to have you on again very soon because
It will be
we
because
don't
this
get a
is not
chance.
this is not making it the air.
It's not gonna be able to be used.
This is-
He's deliberately trashing it to get
Yeah.
more popcorn and Cheerwines. I know it.
I have a jammer in my pocket. It's been fucking up the feed.
No, man. Seriously though, I will definitely. I'll have you back. I told Apples. I mean, being that he's a friend of mine, but there's no way I won't have you back on this thing as soon as possible because in these conversations, I may have you and Apples just be guests that like are an extra bonus episode the week or
Ooh,
so.
yeah.
That way, it's not like week to week. It'd be like, well, that one, and then Thursday, surprise, surprise. Like, I'm telling you, man, you crack me up. I had the same BS conversations with Apples. We go back and forth to subjects. Who knows what the hell we're talking about, but this thing has been so much fun. I try and track it in my head because I know I have editing to do. I can't even remember half the stuff we've talked about. It just goes off the rails, and I love it.
And it's flown by.
And we
It
have
really has.
destroyed
Yeah, I know.
2 bags.
So
2
good, though.
bags were in that.
So good.
It was awesome. So anyway, let's go ahead and I'm going to say, listen, this is Josh Milz. You can find him on all social media under Milzcellaneous.
Yes.
It's like miscellaneous, but just take out the miss and add MILZ.
Yes.
Milzcellaneous. And you can find him there. Also, you can probably find him through Next Stop or through Giggle Biscuit, any of those promotions. But find him if you're in the Charleston area or Florida or these other states that he's branching out to. Please go see him. I mean, the stuff he says here is somehow not as inappropriate as some of the stuff on stage. It's close, but no, you're really, really bad on stage. And I love it. Like, not bad in a bad way, bad in a good way. So definitely worth to see him. And that's it, man. Thank you for snacking and yakking
yeah.
with me. Oh,
And, yeah. Before
before
I
we
go,
I almost forgot. The
Got a-
shelves.
little memento. So from my time at Space Camp, we would hand these patches out. So this is a
You did
patch
mention
for
Space Camp earlier.
Yeah, this is a patch for outstanding team, and that's what I feel like y'all are. Y'all are an outstanding team. What y'all are doing
Aw,
here.
Thanks, man.
So yeah, throw that up in the rafters.
I will. I
Uh,
will find a place for it. I want to make sure that it gets seen.
There's another patch for the mythical stuff.
yeah.
Put it next to my hat.
Anywhere works. We'll make
Let
it.
me
We'll make it
sure.
work. We'll
Let me
make it
sure I can
work.
make it work. But all right. Well then, cool. I have a Space Camp patch.
Yeah.
Outstanding team.
Look at that.
Thank you, son. Thank you for the Don't tell me what you're going to buy at McDonald's later, okay?
We're all going to McDonald's after this.
I'm not.
It's wet out, and the boys are hungry.
Thank you for snacking and yakking with me, and I'll see you guys next week, and I'll see you soon enough, man. Take care. The look on your face. You held that look. So many snacks. So many snacks. Hi. Well, thank you for watching another episode of Snackin Yakkin. Do you want to be one of these names scrolling up the screen right now? Or maybe one of these photos in the frame right here? Well, it's very simple. You just join our Patreon. That's patreon.com/snackinyakkin. Membership levels start at $5 and go up to $15, and there's more perks the higher that you go. And let's face facts, you'd probably spend $5 on Starbucks or Subway next month anyway, right? But for your membership, it helps this show go. So thank you so much for stopping by patreon.com/snackinyakkin. And now, consider watching one of these 2 videos right here and going through the channel because there's plenty of show to go. And thank you for coming with me on my journey as I do some more